Hello there, my very good friends. WWE Money in the Bank 2023 is this very weekend, and we've got some predictions for you today.
But before we do that, God save our gracious premium live event.
Kindly shut up. We're going to kick this predictions video off with
the Intercontinental Championship match. It is Gunther versus Matt Riddle. I think for me this could be match of the night. I reckon Matt Riddle is going to run Gunther one of the closest times for him dropping this title, but you can kind of see what they've laid out on television with this. Matt Riddle's got the injured ankle, and that last moment when it just looks like he might have a chance, maybe there's Imperium interference and what have you, yeah, Gunther's going to retain, and the British fans are going to simultaneously love and hate it.
Yeah, I don't think there's any real reason to pull a title change here. The Intercontinental title run has been absolutely sensational. I'm not saying that Riddle would make a bad champion or anything like that, but I feel like the title change should be maybe something that's built up to over a course of several months.
Yes, Gunther needs to be about ready to hit the road to WrestleMania, where he's going to potentially fight for a world title, let's say.
Boom, there you go. That's my prediction as well. Gunther's going over. Maybe see Randy Orton on this show. There's reports that he's coming back soon, maybe at Money in the Bank. Maybe he costs Riddle, perhaps. But
no.
The ankle stuff is classic pro wrestling story. He's going into a match against an absolute monster with a disadvantage. They're pretty sick.
I think the Dudley Boys booked Gunther chopping his ankle, which I kind of statistically enjoy.
Out of the sky, just eat it, Matthew. Right, we're going to move on to our next match. We've just gone by the Wikipedia order here. I don't know if this is the actual order, so forgive us if we're wrong. Women's Tag Team Championships, Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. This is pretty cut and dry, isn't
Raquel's
it?
lost in 2 minutes the last 2 weeks on telly. They haven't got a bloody chance.
Yeah, Raquel's not in the best kayfabe form coming into this event. She's on a bit of a streak here, losing these quick 2-minuters. Liv, of course, is just back.
Yeah.
Wonder if they're maybe planning some kind of separation between those two, perhaps. But either way, Ronda and Shayna having a long dominant run with the belts is 100% what's best for them, given how they've been booked over the years, these titles. This is people who've been friends for like 10 years. It's not just a thrown together unit or anything like that. So they should go over. I honestly think there's an argument here. Like, I mean, if you're going to separate Liv and Raquel eventually, and I don't know if they are, I'm just putting ideas out there, could be a squash.
Ooh.
Why not?
I think the turn happens as well.
Yeah.
Obviously they've recently won the tag titles. They've only just unified the tag titles with the NXT ones, of course. And I think the losses Raquel's been suffering, I think a turn's coming for her. She's quite good as a badass heel, and I like the idea of her losing, and possibly even losing on the road to Money in the Bank, and then losing on the show, and blaming Liv for everything. The turn that was probably going to happen post WrestleMania, but injuries and what have you put pay to that. They're going to do it now, and Liv's going to get a hell of a lot of sympathy from the British fans. I say this on every answer, I'm just so excited Money in the Bank's coming to the UK.
100%. Nice time zone. Watch it at 8 p.m.
Join us for the live stream.
Gorgeous. Join us for the live stream, 7 p.m. UK time, kicking off. It's Adam Wilborn, it's Michael Hamflett. They'll be here for the kickoff show, 1 hour. So if you don't want to watch...
Absolutely. It doesn't matter if there's nothing on it. It's 7 p.m. in the UK. That's a piece of piss.
Tune in for that. We'll set reminders up probably on the channel already by the time you view this one. Also, let us know your predictions for the show down in the comments section below. We'll move on now to...
the biggest babyface in wrestling versus the biggest heel in all of wrestling. It's Cody Rhodes versus Dominik Mysterio. I'm giddy with excitement about this. This card, I'm telling you, man, it's such a weird mix. The women's tag title I'm less bothered about, but I love every other match on this card. I love Money in the Bank every year. I think this could be one of the best Money in the Banks ever, and I think this banter match is going to be all part of it. Maybe Brock Lesnar's going to show up to kick Cody's ass and lay down the gauntlet for SummerSlam following this, but anything other than a Cody Rhodes win here, as much as I love Dominik Mysterio and the flipping Judgment Day, you can't beat Cody again, and you certainly can't have Dom beat him. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, Cody has to win. It's just a case of how long will Dom run away and use diversionary tactics for. Him and his dad proved at WrestleMania that formula is fantastic with this idiot character that we have here. And I say that in the nicest possible way. The point of the character is that he's a goober moron who thinks he's an ex-con. It's fantastic. Chance of Brandy showing up?
I was about to say,
maybe?
I'd ban Rhea from ringside so she's on the top bit. And she's using to use a microphone to try and, hey Cody, you suck. Go and get some offense in. And then, who the hell told you it was open mic night, bitch?
There you go, she's back.
Please.
The chaos that Brandy Rhodes brings to pro wrestling is unmatched.
Yeah.
Anywhere. So do the thing.
And set Pharaoh on Damien Priest. Sorry, Damien Priest.
Hopefully there's no fireworks, but that'd be irresponsible. Like that time in AEW.
Oh, God.
I didn't like that. I didn't enjoy that. But something I will enjoy, is Seth the Chef Rollins versus Finn the Balor.
Great promo on Raw from Balor.
Fantastic.
The video package that they did.
Fantastic.
I mean, it's 7
stuff.
years late, but yeah, fair enough.
Literally the only thing I don't like about this feud is that they have teased a bit of tension between Finn and the rest of the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day, leave those beautiful people alone. Mm-hmm. They are perfect golf jocks. They do not need any tension. They don't need any bollocks.
They don't need JD McDonough.
Certainly. But this match should be absolutely fantastic. I think Rollins is going to go over. I think if you're trying to establish something as not the B title, which he kind of is at the moment, but if you're trying to build it up as something bigger than that, he kind of has to have a good reign here. Yeah. And for me, Rollins has to go over.
Yeah, I know WWE have teased, or there's rumours online of a big upset. For me, it doesn't happen here. I think you're right. Seth Rollins has to retain. He needs, to establish his title he's already started having great matches on television with the likes of Damien Priest, for example. But lots of defences, lots of great matches. He obviously defended in NXT against Bron Breakker as well. I don't mind long-term tension and maybe Rhea Ripley, let's say, taking over, running the Judgment Day, but not yet. But this is unfortunately going to form part of it because everyone in the Judgment Day is busy. So Finn Balor's all alone and one-on-one against Seth Rollins. In storyline, Seth Rollins is the better wrestler, so I agree with you on that one.
I'm actually surprised that given WWE's lack of knowledge on geography, they haven't gone right here in Finn Balor's backyard. It's a completely different country.
Close enough, isn't it?
But when has that ever stopped them
Wales
before?
and Scotland are basically the same.
Yeah, it's like when people make a list of best British wrestlers and go, Sheamus! Like, that's the kind of thing you expect.
I'm sure I really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you expect.
Finn Balor is a dedicated member of the Judgment Day, though, and if you are a dedicated member of this channel, make sure you've subscribed and ring the bell.
Ding dong.
Hey? Right, let's move on to the match that it's the hardest to call for me. It's the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, Zoe Stark, Bayley, Io Sky, and Trish Stratus. The sensible money probably is on Becky Lynch here. They obviously did that tease with Rhea Ripley on Monday Night Raw just this week. I'm not going for her. I'm going heart overhead, Io Sky, please. More issues for damage control. I think there may be a chance that actually Bayley costs Io Sky in there, but I want to see Io Sky with that briefcase because what's more terrifying than being half injured, seeing sort of stumbling, Io Sky handing over a briefcase and then hitting that awesome moonsault.
Flipping and dipping right onto the pin. I think for a while at least Io was actually the betting favourite as well. So strong contender. I think she's going to win as well.
Yeah.
That being said, if a certain demented billionaire meddles in the result, maybe somehow she won't. But yeah, no, she'd be a great pick.
Why would he not want Io Sky to? I can't think of
because
backwards booking that.
Yeah, he's a silly sausage. I could see Trish winning as like a troll option. But not as trolly as the men's match, which we'll get to in a minute. I could see. I mean, I still want Zoe Stark to win because I think it'd be a big statement.
Would be good.
Big statement and all that, but I can't complain if
heel holding the briefcase is usually good as well. Yeah, preferable.
100%, like her and Trish healing it up. It'd be good stuff. That being said, I think it will be Io, and I will not be disappointed with that at all.
No. And have them hold it for more than one day.
Yeah, Michael Sidgwick, tremendous fact that was in the video actually. Things you didn't know about Money in the Bank on the channel now. The latest. I've run out of words.
Carmella's the only person who's held it for more than one day, isn't it?
She held it for like 280 days, something like that. The combined other 5 people, less than a week.
Yeah.
Mental.
You don't need a cash-in on the night, thank you.
Speaking of cash-ins, Money in the Bank, men's match. Here we are. Second last match on the show, according to Wikipedia, which is never wrong.
I think the Bloodline will probably main event. It's the big civil.
I think the Bloodline will win the Money in the Bank ladder match. I completely agree.
Yeah, give it to Roman.
Lots of contenders here. I think a lot of people will say Logan Paul, understandably. I think, and I want LA Knight. I don't think that Triple H is going to be silly enough to squander this guy's overness. Look, I don't think he needs to win it. But the troll option of Logan Paul is very compelling. It's very compelling. But I think when you have a rising over dude standing right there, hotter than hell, the surface of the sun, I think you just go with him and you keep it simple.
Well, sorry. Oh, a bit thirsty. Hang on. My pick for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match is LA Knight as well.
Okay.
Yeah, LA Knight, yeah. The noise is going to be insane. And yes, if Vince is in charge and if Vince gets... Basically, someone in WWE distract him when everyone's walking through Gorilla for this match. Because he'll do the thing he always does and go, change your plan, Bell. It's going to go to the guy who does the...
It's Brock Lesnar, he's back. Could be.
I saw that clip of Paul Mustafa Ali.
Hey.
It's not as long as I remember it being, but then again, that might be WWE's editing. But just grab the briefcase, mate. Yeah, I understand if it's Logan Paul. I understand if they want to make the Money in the Bank briefcase a Money in the Bank Prime drink or something. I wouldn't be surprised. Mountain Dew Pitch Black. Let's not forget that. But it's LA Knight's year. You know, I often sit here and say, Sami Zayn. It's going to happen one year, I promise, Andy. But it's not going to happen this year because it's LA Knight, his year, and the roof is going to come off the place if he wins this.
We have agreed on every single prediction so far. Are we going to predict on the same thing on this next match?
Ooh!
Hey? Eel.
The Bloodline Civil War. The Bloodline represented, of course, by Roman Reigns, I acknowledge you, my tribal chief, and Solo Sikoa versus the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. Andy, who you got?
Jey Uso pins Roman Reigns.
Wow!
Title shot secured for, what's next? SummerSlam?
SummerSlam, yeah.
Yeah, it's ages away. Yeah, I think that that's the ballsiest move. I've really wanted them to have someone pin Roman in a tag match to earn a title shot for ages. It's a classic booking trope, used a lot in Japan and places like that, and I think that'd be a really cool wrinkle. Jay obviously has immense history with Roman in competition. That was Roman's first major feud since coming back and beating The Fiend and Strowman. But I just think it makes a lot of sense. I don't think there's a bad result here, don't get me wrong, but I think that's the best one, and I think that's what they're going to do.
Yes, man, yeah, I assumed... Well, I agree with you. I think the Usos win, and I think that's WWE's big upset. I didn't go quite as far as you have there. I love that. That's a ballsy call.
I'm in.
I think, yeah, the Usos win. I think Solo eats the pin off maybe a miscommunication with Roman Reigns, and then Roman Reigns does the whole, it's your bloody fault we lost this match, Solo. And Solo's like, you know what? Bollocks to you. You're on your own.
I'm going to spike you.
At SummerSlam, and yes, he probably
That's how he
faces...
does it, isn't it? Just... There you go.
He faces Jey Uso at SummerSlam, does Roman Reigns, and maybe Solo saves Roman once more, saves his bacon yet again, and it was all like a little, more Bloodline saga stuff, because eventually Solo's going to split. Eventually, I'd like to see Solo versus Roman, potentially.
It's cinema, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's my favourite storyline in all of wrestling right now. I love this continuation.
What about Matt Hardy contract? You're not thinking of these statements before you say them.
But yeah, I think the big upset is just the Bloodline don't win.
So we've got the same destination with slightly different journeys to get there.
But do you think the Bloodline, they can't beat the Usos in meat? I mean, it's Vince's WWE, let's be honest, they can do whatever they like. Do you think that, Jey Uso is going to pin Roman Reigns? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Let us know your predictions, as we said. And check out this video as well whilst you're at it. And don't forget to join me and Hamlet for the live stream on Saturday. We'll see you there.